Hey, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about spring and how you can ensure that your animal is balanced this spring season. The things that you can do to help your pet be happy and healthy this spring season. Animals are really in tune with energy and the change of seasons and the energy that each season brings. I'm sure that you notice a different energy in the air from winter to summer, and animals feel this even stronger. They are energetic beings, and maybe at one time we were more in tune with nature. We may have lost that over time, but we can still tune into the energy of nature and the changing seasons. We can still feel those effects. Our animals feel them even more, and it's really easy to incorporate activities and foods that will really help our animals during different seasons. I've noticed that it helps our animals remain calm and have an overall higher quality of life when you are aware of how nature affects them. It also improves their health and their behavior when they are supported in a way that is natural to them. And it's something really easy to do, and I honestly find it fun to work with the seasons and the changes in nature throughout the year. Spring is a season of rebirth, renew, new beginnings, and growth. In nature, seeds are germinating, flowers are budding, leaves are starting to grow back on the trees, the air feels a lot lighter, there's more optimism, the sun is starting to come out more, there's often rain and a lot of moisture in the air, and it's a really good time of year to cleanse ourselves of any accumulated imbalances and to rejuvenate ourselves and our animals. Animals are really in tune with nature and the seasons and the changes of the seasons, the energy that the season brings, so it is important to incorporate different practices at different times of the year. In nature, the world starts to reawaken from the long, cold winter. There is a sense of optimism and joy, lightheartedness, kind of excitement in the air. It feels as if there is a lot of opportunities available. If our bodies are imbalanced during spring, we can feel heavy and sluggish. We can be really tired, we can experience seasonal allergies, and there's an increase in bugs. So fleas can be common ticks that we have to watch out for in our animals. Our animals can also, if they're imbalanced, feel these same feelings of tiredness or sluggishness, heaviness, if they are not in balance. And when our animals don't feel right, they can act out, they can start misbehaving, they can be grumpy, or their mental health can be affected, causing anxiety, depression, which can also affect their physical health. I like to align myself and my animals with nature and the changing seasons and the rhythms of the natural world, just because I've noticed it brings more joy and ease and flow into our life when we work with the seasons. A lot of traditional alternative medicines like Ayurveda incorporate working with the changes of the seasons and the foods that we eat, our routines and the activities that we do, adapting them for each season. Spring is typically a season of transition and growth. Spring is characterized by warmer weather and gradually increasing temperatures, maybe not yet hot, but definitely a lot warmer than winter. It's also characterized by an increase in moisture because there is the snow melting, it's raining more, so there's a lot of moisture in the air and in the earth. Spring is also characterized with softness, a gentle energy. Spring has a nurturing presence. In Ayurveda, spring is associated with the dosha Kapha. Ayurveda is a holistic approach to health that focuses on balancing the body, mind, and spirit. It is a natural system of medicine that originated in India over 3,000 years ago. Ayurveda doesn't look at treating diseases, more at preventing diseases. And I really like the idea of preventing it before it actually happens. So it looks at preventing instead of providing a treatment. It is a natural and holistic approach to physical, emotional, and mental health. It's based on the idea that disease or unhealthiness is caused by imbalances in the body. and in a soul's, a person's, or an animal's consciousness. So it encourages lifestyle changes and adaptations to bring a balance in the body, the mind, the spirit, and the environment that you're living in. As I mentioned, spring is associated with the Kapha dosha. So in Ayurveda, there are 3 doshas, and they're really just like personality types. The qualities of the Kapha dosha is linked to elements earth and water. So they are heavy, moist, slow, steady, and cool. So during spring, we use that extra water to wash out, to cleanse, to detox, and just remove anything that we have in excess, that we have too much of, so that we can bring ourselves back to balance. Some of us and our animals naturally have more water in our bodies, or hold more water, or we're more connected to the element of water. So spring may affect us differently. But the best approach to staying balanced in spring is to think of the word invigorated. So you want to bring up that energy, wake up your body from the sleep that it had been feeling during winter. You want to think of stimulation. When there is too much kapha energy in the air, in the environment, or in your body, it's really easy to become stagnant, to become slow, to become kind of like you feel like you're stuck in the mud, things aren't moving, you're in a rut. You can feel really lethargic. So when you choose to have a seasonal diet, and give your animals a seasonal diet, so that just means feeding their regular food throughout the year so that they're meeting their nutritional requirements, but also adding some supplements into their meals. And the supplements will change throughout the season. And when I say supplements, I don't mean like pills, although there are places that sell pills for pets that are supplements, but I just mean foods that you can buy at your regular grocery store that you can add to feed your animals. So for spring, you want to add foods that are light, and you yourself want to eat foods that are of these qualities. So light, sharp, dry, and warm. This is so we can support our bodies during this natural renewal and cleanse that spring just brings, the energy that spring brings into the air. The energy of springtime is not supposed to be rigid or static. It's supposed to be moving and flowing. Since there is so much water in the springtime, and water is fluid, there's movement, there's flow. It isn't still or stagnant. It isn't rigid. It doesn't matter what your local climate is like. You can respond to the qualities that you are noticing. With spring, these are typically the qualities. Of course, in your climate, it may differ, but there tends to be these qualities, these spring qualities everywhere when it is springtime. They just might be more noticeable or stronger in some areas than other areas. So these are some tips that you can do to help ensure that you and your animal are balanced during spring. So for yourself, spring is a time to set intentions. It's a time to set goals and really discover what you want to grow, create, what you want to manifest over the next year. Spring is also a time to socialize, to grow and foster relationships, to get out there, and you can do this yourself and also maybe take your dog to dog parks more or start to socialize your dog. Spring is a time to wake up earlier. In Ayurveda, it is recommended to wake up around 6 a.m. and to sleep before or around 11 p.m. These are the hours for springtime. It differs in winter. Ayurveda recommends that spring is a time of year to do vinyasa yoga, to eat foods that feel light in our bodies, to boost our digestive fire, so to increase our metabolism by exercising, sweating, moving our body in more intense workout, to do a lot of breath work and practice energizing breathing, and to bring more light, natural sunlight into the home, to keep the windows open and expose your skin to sunlight more often. Now I'm going to mention some things that you can do for your animals and for yourself as well. When you interact and engage with your animals, embrace a lightheartedness, approach things with optimism and joy. Don't be so strict or rigid. Be more playful and light in your interactions with your animals. Set intentions about how you would like to grow your relationship or your bond with your animal. How would you like to experience life with your animal? What kind of relationship do the two of you want to have? How do you want to communicate with each other, respect each other? How do you want to listen to, understand your animal more? Set those intentions on how you can improve your bond and your relationship with your animal. Let your animal move their body more. Let them run. Let them play fetch and chase. Let them climb. Let them jump. Physical activity improves their circulation, which is important this spring. Increases heat in their body, which is important in spring as well. And exercise results in feeling light in your body, which is important for kapha season and balancing the kapha energy that spring brings. Ayurveda also recommends that you exercise within the first few hours of waking up. So if you can take your dog for a walk before 9 a.m., or if you can do a good play session with your cat where they're running and jumping and climbing, chasing, hunting, if you can play with them in that way before 9 a.m., that would be the optimal time to get your animal to get their heart rate going, to get them to exercise and run. This time of year is also a time to try something new with your animal. If you're wanting them to learn a new trick, a new skill, to take a class like agility or flyball, or to do something with your dog that is new, this is a great time to start to do that. Your animal is more likely to learn, to retain information, to be able to pay attention. Embrace something new with your pet. Go on an adventure that you've been wanting to do. Be really playful with your animal. This is a great time to schedule into a regular play routine. Provide your animal with outlets for moving their body, for playing, for expressing themselves. During spring, it's also important to keep an eye out for fleas, to do regular skin and fur checks to make sure that they don't have any bumps or lumps or bug bites. You can add apple cider vinegar into their diets. Apple cider vinegar is a natural flea repellent. You can get an empty spray bottle and add equal parts water and apple cider vinegar and spray your animal before they go outside. You can also add it to your dog's food just a little bit. In the beginning, especially start with just a few little drops, hardly anything. And you can work your way up to a teaspoon or so depending on your dog's size, but they really don't need much. You don't want them to overpower the taste or flavor of their food with apple cider vinegar. A little goes a long way. Also consider adding raw honey to your dog's diet. Honey can really help with seasonal allergies. You just have to make sure that the honey that you are adding is local honey, so honey from bees that are from your city. Local bees consume the exact allergies that we and our dogs are allergic to. So when you introduce small, tiny amounts to your diet, your body builds up a tolerance and you're less likely to experience these allergies. So introducing honey early in spring will help their systems slowly assimilate to small amounts of the allergens so that they can build immunity. Remember that giving anything, whether it's apple cider vinegar or honey, anything new needs to be done in very small amounts and very slowly, so don't increase the amount too quickly. Start by giving literally just one little drop of honey to their food, and then work your way up to about a teaspoon of honey for a 30-pound dog. Honey is also good for dogs that don't have allergies, as it contains enzymes, all essential amino acids, vitamins and minerals, proteins, and antioxidants. So there is so much in honey that is really beneficial for your dog. You can also look at adding unpasteurized raw goat's milk to your dog or your cat's diet. It's something that they find that tastes really good. It has a lot of vitamins and minerals, probiotics, enzymes, and is beneficial for allergies, helps with digestion and inflammation, which are all three things that can occur this spring season. You also want to think about providing your food warm. So it's beneficial to feed warm food that's not directly out of the fridge. that can really help their digestion. You can also consider adding these foods as treats or just a little bit to their meals. Adding these foods to their diet can be really beneficial during springtime. These are foods that are cooling and are considered beneficial for spring, which are apples. My dogs love apple slices, blueberries, cranberries, broccoli, but make sure you feed broccoli to your dogs in small quantities, because if they eat too much broccoli, they can get gassy. My dogs really love broccoli, and eggs as well. I hope this video was helpful. I will be doing a similar video for the fall season, winter season, and summer season, so be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Pets are more than just animals. They are spiritual beings with unique personalities and energies. Do you love your dog and want to live in harmony with your dog while understanding their needs and emotions? Instead of feeling frustrated or overwhelmed by your dog's behavior, improve your relationship with your dog and help them heal from any physical, mental, or emotional issues. I offer a unique combination of positive reinforcement training methods with energy healing techniques, animal communication, and tarot. Receive a personalized action plan created by a certified dog trainer and animal communicator. This package is perfect for anyone who wants to enhance and enchant their life with their dog. Don't miss this opportunity to get this amazing package. Apply now and get ready to create a magical relationship with your dog.